Hello, everyone. I'm entertainment director at Us Weekly, Travis Cronin, and you're in the Kardashian Corner. The show where we bring you the up-to-the-minute breaking news of the Kardashian Jenner clan, because if they do anything, it is give us stuff to talk about. Luckily, I don't have to take on this whole family by myself. I am joined by my two wonderful co-hosts. Hey, Brandy Robidoux.
Hey, Travis.
Hello, you look great today. I love the faded red pink, very Kylie Jenner 2016. And Nicholas Gonzalez, how are you doing?
What's up, guys? How are we feeling today?
Oh my God, we are feeling good. We are feeling better than Khloe Kardashian, because let's get into the news, what's going on with her. If you watched it last week, we talked about Khloe Kardashian and Tristan third trimester Thompson at it again, a story we have heard already. They were together and then he cheated on her during a pregnancy. It is his calling card. Yes, they were. Tristan and Khloe have selected a surrogate to carry their child, and this surrogate is due any day now. This will be a full sibling of True Thompson. Khloe has said that she's already wanted a boy, so that is the happy part of the news. The less happy part of the news is that this all came out when he was cheating on Khloe with personal trainer Molly Nicholas, who he met on Snapchat. Now, all of that is in the past. Khloe looks like she's moving on via her social media, and Tristan has gone to Mykonos to party on a yacht with several ladies. Now, we thought one of them might be Chani Jones, Kanye West's ex. Luckily, she is not, but he is on a yacht partying with all these women, and Khloe seems unbothered because yesterday she liked a post of Tristan holding hands with a mystery girl while on a yacht in Mykonos. And again, their baby is supposed to be born within days. So what did you guys think of Tristan's Mykonos trip with all of these girls, and Khloe liking the post and seemingly, saying she's over it?
Oh man, I don't know if I believe she's over it just yet. I feel like this is the kind of thing that might take a lifetime to get over. But I feel like she is saying, I see him out here doing this. I recognize this is happening, and I'm doing my best to live my life, keep moving forward. I think that, reports are saying she's taking all the distance she can from him right now. And I think that she's going to keep trying to put that barrier up and the boundary up for once in her life.
It's like a petty, like exactly how Brandy said, yeah, I see you doing this F shit. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just this guy, man, he's like a TV villain, like the top 10 and probably top 2 maybe of the year. Just so crazy. How does he, like I said in the last episode, he never misses when it comes to getting someone else pregnant during another already pregnancy. It's just insane to me. But hey, I feel like the is just to signify that, I see him doing this stuff, but also I'm kind of moving on. And I think you're right, Brandy. I don't think she may never get over this. She's never going to forget this stuff.
She definitely has to end it. Hopefully this double tap was the period at the end of their relationship. Let's hope it is that. And to quote Kylie Jenner on this season's episode of The Kardashians on Hulu, is Tristan the worst guy ever? Yes, Kylie, he just might be the worst guy ever. Well, let's hope he flies back for the birth of his son, but we will see. But his other two baby mamas, who he has children with, say they don't really see. He has Theo and Prince with 2 other women, and he doesn't really see those kids. So it sort of makes sense that he's partying with women in Mykonos. Grow up, Tristan Thompson. We'll be back next week to see what horrible thing you have done to Khloe. Well, let us move on to Kylie Jenner. Now, Kylie Jenner has a lot going on this week. She was slammed online and called a climate terrorist and classless and all of these things after posting side-by-side private jets with her boyfriend and baby daddy, Travis Scott, where she said, "Should we take mine or yours?" Now, this received backlash because Kylie took a 17-minute flight on a private jet that was a 26-mile journey that she could have gotten there 39 minutes by car. And she even drove 30 minutes in the opposite direction to her journey to Van Nuys Airport to board this jet. Now, this comes off the heels. The New York Post is reporting that Kris Jenner is worried about Kylie Jenner's lavish spending. She reportedly spends about $300,000 a month on clothes. She has a $36 million house. She has a $72 million plane. And she's getting sort of a lot of backlash online. And apparently Kris is worried for her. Now, driving 30 minutes in the opposite direction to take a 19-minute private jet when it could have been a 40-minute ride seems a little excessive. But then on the other hand, I'm like, she's worked and gotten all this money herself, and she's very young. What do you guys think of all this backlash and Kris reportedly being concerned for Kylie's spending?
I'm a little surprised that anyone is upset over this, not because they shouldn't be, but because I definitely don't expect the Kardashians to be, game changers when it comes to protecting the climate. I mean, they have fast fashion labs, they all have private jets. So I feel like if you're a fan of them, we might have to accept this is how they live their life by now. But yeah, that's pretty excessive to take such a short private jet flight. But another thing I'm not worried about at all is her spending habits. I feel like she could keep spending at this rate for the rest of her life and she'll be just fine.
Fair point.
I'm not an active speaker for like climate control or anything like that, but when I saw this, I was a little shocked. And just someone who Ubers everywhere, I was just like, wait, you're telling me you drove 30 minutes the opposite direction for like another 39, like you're spending almost more time, I guess, for the same amount of time. Well, what is the point? Maybe she is traveling with a large group or something like that, or she had to bring a large group back. I'm just confused by the whole thing. But for like a 17-minute, I think it was like a 17-minute flight, that's kind of insane to me. That's just it's almost like an obnoxious flex at that point. Like there's no real need. But then again, I have been to LA like once or twice and the traffic is insane. So would I have done the same thing?
So bad out here.
Yeah.
Maybe
swapping for a helicopter or something. I don't know.
Well, Kylie Jenner has also done this before. She went to pick up Kendall Jenner and flew her on a private jet just to go to dinner in downtown LA. It seems to me that she's just, under 25 and has so much money. And this is sort of what happens. People maybe who aren't as rich would just go to the mall and maybe ball out at Macy's or something. Kylie Jenner just takes private jets everywhere. And again, Brandy, they have never billed themselves as eco warriors ever in their life. That's not what we look to them for. Well, Kylie Jenner is also in the news today because it's a strange story. Let's start at the beginning. So Kylie Jenner and Kim and Khloe all went out to Santa Monica to a celebrity love restaurant, Giorgio Baldi. It is a pasta restaurant in Santa Barbara, and celebrities love it. Every A-list celebrity has been there. And Kylie Jenner was wearing a white dress. Kim, Khloe, her friend Stassi, and two other women were wearing all black. And then a Instagram account claiming to be Mason Disick, we can't verify that it's him, there's no blue check mark, and it seems a little weird, is saying that this was Kylie Jenner's bridal shower, and it would make sense since she is wearing white and everyone else is wearing black while they went out to dinner. It's one of their favorite restaurants, so it seems like a wedding could be on the way for Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that she could just be wearing a white dress and everyone else is in head to toe black? I don't think anything with the Kardashians in terms of fashion is just coincidence. What do you guys think?
I definitely feel like the wedding's probably sooner than later. They've been together so long now, and I feel like it's on the horizon. So yeah, I definitely think Mason or whoever was behind that Instagram account is onto something. And this could have been the start of her wedding celebrations.
I think it's a possibility. But I also think it could just be Kris Jenner making a fake account and just like, you got to get the ball rolling for season 2 of the Kardashian Hulu show in a couple months. So, maybe this is just like a little bit of the hype train getting a head start.
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe there is a wedding and Kris Jenner did create that Instagram and just blew all this up. Thank you, Kris Jenner, for just keeping us all on our toes. Now, we don't really hear a lot about Kylie's sister Kendall in terms of relationships. Kendall is absolutely the most private one. And I have a lot of friends that like her for being the most private one in a family that is so public. She sort of just does her own thing. Some people are like, she's the most boring and gives me nothing. It's a very polarizing vibe that she puts out there to Kardashian fans, but we have found out, and Us Weekly can confirm, that Kendall Jenner and her boyfriend Devin Booker are back together. We reported 2 weeks ago that they had broken up, and they had, so many sources confirmed to us that they had, but then they were seen at a wedding. in LA that Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber were at. They were also seen at the 4th of July in the Hamptons at a party together. And now Us Weekly can confirm that the two are back together. So I guess it seems like Kendall and Devin just like had a fight and then got back together. Also, I talked to a basketball fan, and apparently Devin is very good at his job at playing basketball. He's not like a Tristan who's just not very good on the court, which I've heard, and sort of a forgettable player. So good for Kendall. What do you guys think of Devin and Kendall? Devin and Kendall, and just Kendall being, you know, the most quiet, reserved one in the family.
First of all, I love that basketball reporting. And also, yes, Devin is pretty good. I don't think the Kardashian curse is like fully taking on effect right now, except for maybe that breakup. But maybe that's what happens. You have to break up and then you get back together, and then the curse kind of just undoes itself a little bit. I'm happy for the two. I think it's always good, you know, sometimes people break up because of whatever misunderstandings and fights, and then, you know, they get back together, they can become stronger and grow. So good for them, you know. I'm happy for the two.
Yeah, I'm happy to see them back together too. I did really like them together. I think that, you know, what's happening is Kendall's starting to get a little bit older. I mean, she's one of the, you know, the youngest sisters, but everyone else in the family has kids. I think she's starting to look for something more serious. As we saw in the last season, her mom's starting to push her towards looking for something more serious. So I think maybe they're starting to have those hard conversations, and that caused some ripples, but I'm glad they're back on the same page again.
Me too. And if anyone can break the curse of a Kardashian dating a basketball player, hopefully it is Kendall, because it hasn't worked out for any of them up until this point. Well, that is all of the news that we have today from the Kardashian Jenner clan. Thank you so much, Brandy and Nick. There is a lot to unpack this week, as there is every week. And we will be on Kylie Wedding Watch. We will see who Tristan impregnates next. We are on all of the news for you. So tune back in next week for another episode inside of the Kardashian Corner. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Garibaldi, the host of Us Weekly Celebrity Coverage. Don't forget to hit subscribe for the latest celebrity news, tips, and video. And for much more content, make sure you head on over to usmagazine.com, the official home of Us Weekly Magazine.